Today in Irvine, the University of California faces a historic strike as union workers demand better pay and conditions. We've got the latest, plus a big zoning decision, a budget split at City Hall, a wild Lego scheme, and local sports wins. Hey, I'm Leah.
And I'm Garrett.
Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day, with Leah and Garrett in Irvine, California. First up, a major labor move hitting close to home. Nearly 37,500 union workers across the University of California system are set to begin an open-ended strike on May 14th. Open-ended just means there's no preset end date. The group leading this is AFF-CME Local 3299, which is UC's largest union representing service and patient care workers. Think custodial teams, food service, maintenance, and hospital support roles. They're citing short staffing and unfair labor practices, and they say UC's current pay offer, a 32.3% total increase and a $1,000 ratification bonus, still doesn't keep pace with inflation or the cost of housing near campuses like UC Irvine here in town. Why would an offer of more than 30% still fall short for people? Is that mostly about rent?
Yeah, that's a solid point. In places like Irvine, housing can eat a huge chunk of a paycheck, so even a big percentage on paper might just be playing catch-up. Inflation is the rise in prices over time, and when rent, groceries, and healthcare move up fast, wages have to move just to stand still. What jumps out to me is that this is the first open-ended strike for AFCME Local 3299. That's pretty historic, and it shows real tension between large institutions and labor groups trying to secure what they consider fair compensation and staffing levels. Locally, UC Irvine could see disruptions in campus services, and we'll be watching how UC and the union negotiate as the date approaches. All right, let's roll on. Next up, Irvine approved a zoning change for the Oak Creek Golf Course. Quick definition: zoning is the set of local rules for what you can build or operate on a piece of land. The Irvine Company, which is a major local developer and property owner, can now move forward with a plan that includes a 50-acre nature park plus residential development. After nearly 5 hours of public comment and council discussion on April 14th, the decision kept the land use designations set by voters back in 1988, so the big categories remain the same, but the zoning details shift to enable this park and housing plan. The proposal includes connectivity to the Jeffrey Open Space Trail, that long green corridor many of us use for walks and bike rides. Next steps include an environmental impact report, a deep dive on potential effects to air, water, wildlife, and traffic, plus a traffic study to model how cars will flow in and out. Nothing breaks ground until those are done and reviewed.
I like that there's a big nature park in the mix. Meadows, woodlands, even a nature center are on the table. That's close to the heart of it for me, growth with green space. And the fact that the 1988 voter-backed land use designations aren't being changed helps. It's like keeping the promise to preserve open space while improving access and trails. Switching gears just a little, why go through a zoning change if the land use stays the same anyway?
Good question. Zoning can be like the fine print under the broader land use headline. You can keep the open space focus while updating the specifics to allow features like a nature center, better trail links, and some housing clusters. It's a tweak to how, not a total change to what. All right, on to the next.
Next up, the city budget. Irvine has a $6 million budget deficit this fiscal year. That's when spending runs ahead of revenue. Projections show it could grow to $47 million by 2030 if trends continue. Councilmember James Mai was briefed by City Manager Sean Crumby on March 30th, and the city manager is the top administrative official who runs daily operations. On April 14th, Mai proposed a hiring freeze and a forensic audit, which is a deep investigative look into the city's finances to trace how money moves and whether controls work. The council split 3-3, so the proposal didn't pass. Mayor Larry Agron, along with council members Betty Martinez-Franco and Melinda Liu, opposed immediate measures, preferring to go more cautiously. There were also concerns that some council members felt left out of early budget briefings.
Yeah, That checks out as a tense moment. What surprises me is we've got a $135 million reserve, the rainy day fund, and still we're staring at a growing gap. Reserves can smooth the bumps, but if underlying costs keep rising, labor, equipment, healthcare, and new programs, then you get a structural deficit, which is a built-in mismatch between ongoing revenue and ongoing expenses. A hiring freeze might slow growth, and a forensic audit might reveal inefficiencies. But with a 3-3 split, it's back to the drawing board for now. Let's keep it moving. Next up, a crime story with a twist. Irvine police arrested a 28-year-old man from the city of Paramount in LA County for a $34,000 Lego theft scheme. Investigators say he did fraudulent returns at Target stores across the country by removing Lego bricks and replacing them with dry pasta to match the weight. This started after a suspicious return in Irvine back in December, and officers tied him to at least 70 cases before arresting him on April 14th. Police say he had trash bags full of high-value Lego pieces, think Star Wars, and Marvel sets. The secondary market for Lego, the resale world online and at collector shops, can be surprisingly lucrative, so there's real incentive for schemes like this. That brings me to this. Check boxes for tampering and keep those receipts handy.
That's so wild, ingenious in a not okay way, and alarming for stores and customers. Real talk, this kind of fraud can drive up costs and headaches for everyone, and it underscores how valuable certain sets are, especially limited runs, which makes them targets. Moving right along. Last up, a sports note with good vibes. 17 top football recruits from Orange County's class of 2027 have committed to colleges. A commitment is a pledge to attend and play, usually before signing day. We're seeing destinations like USC, UCLA, and Ohio State, with standouts including Rufai Aziz heading to Nevada and Brady Edmonds to Ohio State. Big talent pipelines from local high schools are clearly alive and well.
Yeah, that hits different when you hear how early some of these athletes lock in. The competition is fierce, and some of these high school players already look college-ready in size and speed. I'm down for that. Seeing local kids shine on big stages is always a win. And that's a wrap for this one.
Thanks for tuning in to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett in Irvine, California.
Have a great day, and we'll catch you tomorrow.